Hey Caitlin, Tisha here. Congratulations. A record that stood since 1998, and you come here and you break it. Super proud of you. I know the work that you put in. A lot of people always talked about your shooting. I was always mesmerized about your passing, your court vision, and how you make your teammates better. So this record is in great hands, and continue to do what you do. Continue to elevate your game and the women's game and the WNBA. Congratulations. Super proud of you.
So Caitlin Clark has done it. She broke that 1998 record that Tisha has held. She ended up setting the WNBA rookie assist record a little earlier in the day. No word yet out of Cheryl Swoop's camp if they're going to try to dispute the record in any way. Just so you know, back in 1998, they actually only played 30 regular season games. Of course, now we play more than that. But I do want to point out, Cheryl, that the record was actually set today by Caitlin Clark in 28 games. Go ahead and check the math. Now, it is absolutely amazing to me how well this Indiana Fever team actually played in the third and fourth quarter. It was absolutely lights out basketball. Kelsey Mitchell finished with 27, Caitlin 23, and Lexi Hall was just amazing today. She scored 22. She was 6 for 7 from the three-point arc. The Fever just absolutely destroyed the Storm, especially in the midway through the third and fourth quarter of this particular game. You know, I have to say, it's absolutely amazing to me how the only people in North America that don't seem to understand just how great Caitlin Clark is that USA Women's Basketball Committee. I'm just saying. Hey, we've got some Caitlin Clark press conference for you. I'm going to go ahead and play that next. Thanks so much for tuning in to Caitlin Clark. We go.
So my account will solely be about Lexi if you want to follow. I'm going to change the bio to Lexi Hull fan page. So, yeah.
Lexi, what does that feel like when you're making shots and you know it's because of not only you, but just the ball movement overall with the team?
Yeah, I mean, we had just really good ball movement, found the open person, got to our open spots, and knocked down shots. I think the fourth quarter, I don't know what our field goal percentage was, but felt like we were crashing and the ball just kept going in. So, I mean, we feed off of that, feed off of each other, and it's just a fun end of that game. And
then, Caitlin, for you, when you're seeing your teammates have success as well, what does that do for you when you know, okay, I don't have to do everything, they can, knock down some shots as well?
Yeah, it was so fun. When we move the ball like that and, have our feet ready to knock down shots were really hard to beat. I also thought AB was incredible. 15 rebounds, 9 points, 8 assists. Nneka is really good. Ezzy's really good. Like that's a tough matchup, and she really moved the ball well. I think out of the pick and roll, especially there in the fourth quarter, like that's why we got so many threes on the weak side, is because AB was able to get the ball out of the ball screen, and Lexi knocked down a few. Kels knocked down a few. Dee made one. So I thought she was really good for us as well.
Chloe, then Christine.
Yeah, Caitlin, you mentioned pregame that after big wins like against Liberty, against the Lynx, you kind of had letdown games. Mm-hmm. Just what does it mean to get 2 big wins in a row?
Yeah, I think it's huge for our group. It's just one at a time. I thought we've done a really good job of that over these first 2 games. And honestly, we came into halftime really confident. We were either up 1 or down 1, whatever it was. We felt like it was kind of a sluggish game. We played pretty good defense. Our offense was a little bit stagnant, but once we got going there in the third and fourth quarters, with the defense that we were already playing, it was I thought we were in a pretty good position to win.
Christine, go ahead.
Caitlin, obviously you were fiery. There's a lot going on. Can you describe what's going on in your brain
crazy.
At that moment?
And too much.
But also, I think people love that about you. As long as you don't either break your hand or get another technical. Can you describe what you're thinking and going through there? Thanks.
Well, I got a technical for basically being mad at myself because I missed the 3 and then I went and hit the backboard, and he told me it was disrespectful to the game of basketball. So I don't know. It reminded me of the technical that I got in college where I said, damn it, where it's like a personal frustration. Had nothing to do with my team, had nothing to do with their reffing, had nothing to do with other team. It was just because I'm a competitor and I felt like I should have been making more shots. So, but I think he fired me up to continue to play a lot harder. I thought we got a lot better after he did that. So I want to thank him for that. But overall, I thought once we got to that media timeout around 5 minutes in the third quarter, I thought we all kind of just took a breath. It was a little chaos there for 2.5 minutes, and I think I could have done a better job of kind of regaining my cool. But that's like the fire and passion that just gets me going. It's just finding a way to channel that and use that, and I thought I did a really good job of that at the end of the third and the fourth quarter.
Go second row on the right, and then over to Lou on the left.
Caitlin, you mentioned kind of the sluggish first half. What does it say about the growth of this team that you're able to come out and have the fourth quarter that you did today?
Yeah, well, we felt like we were getting good looks and good shots. We felt like we could have just played with a little bit of a faster tempo. Like, we're really good in transition. But even in the half court, like, we were just kind of moving a step slow. Like, we wanted a little more energy in the ball. And I think once we got that in the second half, their rotations, once they got tired, just weren't as good. And then we were able to get, not as many contested shots, and we were able to knock them down. And I don't know what we shot there in the fourth quarter, but it felt like we made just about every shot.
Lou, go ahead.
Lexi, are you going to get those relative season tickets now?
I mean, we might have to.
Those are pretty expensive.
We'll make sure the
our
Fever gets
salaries,
working on that.
our salaries, it's like our entire salary to get those. I'm not kidding.
We'll have someone work on that for sure.
We need people to help.
You think they also send a message to other teams if they watch the game tape that, hey, I can shoot this a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we're hard to guard when everyone's making their shots. So it's just exciting to kind of get into a rhythm as a group. And yeah, we're excited just to take, each game as it comes, but keep moving forward, keep building on this one.
Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, Caitlin, obviously an eventful game with the Tech, and then, Lexi going off, Kelsey and Aaliyah going off as well. How much does that add, if at all, just to the milestone of getting the rookie assist record?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a really fun game. Like, these fans have just been crazy and so into it, and I feel like, especially with how we started the season, like, I feel like they definitely deserve it, and I think they're starting to see how much potential this team has when we play the way we're supposed to. And honestly, I felt like we put together 4 really good quarters. Like, yeah, the first and the second were a little sluggish, but we weren't bad. They were just playing good defense, and we weren't getting, we weren't making open looks that we usually make, but we just continued to chip away until they did. And we took pretty good care of the ball after starting a little slow in that area. But yeah, I mean, the assist record is cool too. Obviously, Tisha is somebody that's been very supportive of myself even since I was in college. And if you watch her highlights, like, she was definitely a better passer than me. She has way more flair to her. She had way more flair to her game in the way she passed the ball. Like, she would spin around and make these crazy passes. I kind of just run in transition and chuck it up there and hope for the best. That's all I do.
James.
Lexi, when you're
You've been listening to the Underrated Podcast with Dave Wnba, presented by Underrated.media.